Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Leddy. Yo, welcome to So Serious Gaming, and once again got another gameplay of me going on a manhunt with some random guys that I met on the server that invited me to play with them. Shit was fun, I'm not gonna lie, the shit was fun, but yo, honestly, like, I know I said it in the last video, but seriously guys, thank you so much for the support over the recent videos. I mean, I think one of them's at like 6,500 views and the other one's nearly 5,000 views, and they both have well over 100 likes. Like, for a channel this size, that is seriously insane, and honestly I cannot thank you guys enough. Like, it's humbling, to say the least. It really is humbling, and I appreciate it so much. So let's just, let's keep this momentum going, guys. Like, it's awesome. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys and give you my opinions on, like, on the state of the game at the moment, the current meta, the problems that is going on in the game, and yeah, I kind of just want to let you know how I feel, because although I understand, employees, they need to take a break, they need to take time off, and that's a given, we all need time off. It still kind of annoys the hell out of me that they took a 3-week break when the game is in such a bad state right now. I mean, shotguns are beyond overpowered, they are plaguing the DZ, and it's not a fun meta at all, in my opinion. I don't have much fun right now. Like, back in 1.1, 1.2, and even before then, I had so much fun. The manhunts were insane, the gunfights were insane, whereas now it's kind of like, who can get close enough, quick enough with a shotgun and get the shot on target, and that's about it. And the problem with shotguns, in my opinion, is, or the big problem is, not just the high damage. Like, they could do with that 20% buff that they gave us for PvP, could do with being taken away from shotguns. And also the aim assist, because with a shotgun you don't need to aim, or you don't need to control your aim. You literally, like, aim out and then scope in, and if you do it right, it's just gonna instantly aim for their head for you. You don't actually have to do it yourself. So that's one thing that's ruining the DZ for me at the moment. The second thing is the NPCs. The NPCs are absolutely ridiculously overpowered, and it gets frustrating, like, especially from a solo aspect, when you're trying to just, I don't know, maybe you're just trying to fight mobs, and then a mob spawns in behind you and you get two-shotted by a pistol or a shotgun in the back or whatever it might be, and that's frustrating. But then that you've got the PvP aspect of it, and you've got to think you might have like 2, 3, maybe 4 players focus firing you. And you can kind of sponge the rounds a little bit. Maybe you're a bit tanky and you can take the rounds, but then the NPCs behind you get involved, and that's it. It's game over. You're done. And it shouldn't be that way. Like, gunfights between players should not be determined who wins by who the NPCs decide to kill. It should not work out that way. That is just not a good thing whatsoever. Skills, I think, could do with a nerf in PvP. A lot of people are going to disagree with me, but for me now, it seems that more and more people are relying on the skills that they use as opposed to the skills they possess as a player. And I know that might sound a little bit cheesy, but after all, you're playing a shooting game, and a shooting game should come down to your ability on how to aim and how to maneuver around, your surroundings, and work your environment to your advantage and all that kind of thing. Yes, skills should take a play in it, but skills, again, should not decide who wins the gunfight. Because if you've got, say, 2 people with smart cover, whoever's got the highest skill power is going to win. It's as simple as that, because the person with the highest skill power, chances are, their damage resistance and their damage buff is going to be much more effective than the person with the lower skill power. So the person with the high skill power might technically be a worse player, but because of those skills, he's overpowering the better player, because of just how skill power works. And for me, it shouldn't be that way. Skill power should be there to assist you. It should be there to aid you, not help you win the gunfight, if that makes sense. Like, it should not be the deciding factor in how you beat them. Like, for example, say you stack smart cover and pulse, and then you throw a booster shot in there, like, your damage is just gonna go sky high because all these things stack on top of each other. And because you can have like 30k, 40k, you've got people pushing 50, 60, 70k skill power. And you know, so once you start maxing these things out and you start stacking them, it becomes a point where player ability is no longer required, because you're dealing so much damage. The other player's going to die so fast that his skill's not going to matter. You know, his skill as a player, as you know, as a shooter, is just going to be irrelevant, because the skill power you possess and the way you're stacking these things just sort of overpowers that. And for me personally, it shouldn't be that way. Like, I remember the early days of the game, and you kind of went on Manhunt, and it was pretty much all that people were using was a pulse and overheal, and perhaps maybe, you know, a booster shot if somebody had like a vigorous chest piece or something like that. But that was pretty much it, and everything was always pretty much determined on your team chemistry, your teamwork, your player skill, and you know, that was how everything was stacked up. And for me, it was a lot more fun. Like, the gunfights were drawn out, but they weren't too drawn out. And now it's just like some of the tactics I see in the DZ with, like, you know, the smart cover situation. You see people now camping in the back of a truck. They will just climb in the back of a truck, throw their smart cover down, and this person that they have with the smart cover is high skill power. He has literally maxed out his smart cover so that they can sit in there. You can't throw a trapper on there because his skill power surpasses yours, and your trapper just does nothing to it. And they're impossible to break out. Like, you know, yeah, you can knock them off the smart cover, but they still have the buffs after they come off the smart cover. But because they're in a truck, they don't go away from it. So once they've stopped stumbling around, they press A, they're back on the smart cover again, because flashbangs don't break the smart cover. Neither do grenades. I've literally had them sat in there, and I've thrown in all 4 grenades, as well as somebody flashbanging them, as well as somebody throwing in a sticky bomb as well, and neither of them die, and the smart cover's still there. The smart cover doesn't, you know, it doesn't break, it doesn't dismantle. So that's one of the reasons why I think skills need to be nerfed, because there's too much reliance on the skills as opposed to your skills as a player. And it just shouldn't be that way. The other thing that is really frustrating me at the moment, and this has got to be by far my biggest bugbear with this game at the minute, and there's a section at the end, it kind of ties in with it. Like, we basically go up onto this roof, and one of our guys, like mid manhunt, just disconnects. Like, he's just gone. He then like manages to get signed back in. It spawns him in on the roof, but it spawns him into a different server to us. So he's then on his own, and because we're Manhunt, we can't transfer to him. So he's then left on his own on a Manhunt on a separate server, like, just waiting for us to join him, but we can't even start to join him until our Manhunt's over, because the game doesn't let you transfer servers whilst you're rogue or on Manhunt. So, but the connections and the performance issues with consoles, and even PC I've been hearing's doing it as well, where basically, like, you get these horrendous lag spikes, kind of like you'll be running along and then your screen will freeze and you kind of warp forward, and then it'll freeze up again and you warp forward again, and it'll just do that over and over and over and over again. Or there's these really bad times that I've had, like the other night, the best example, I've told a few people about this now, the other night I was having a gunfight with a guy. Like, we'd managed to get away from all the chaos. Like, we were on this server and it was literally just the entire server congregated around one junction. And basically me and this guy ended up like fighting each other, and we kind of pulled away from the whole crowd, and it was just me versus him. There was nobody else involved, which was kind of cool. It was fun. And I was shooting at him, and I got his health all the way down. I mean, he literally had nothing left, like 1, maybe 2 more bullets and he would have been down. I had enough bullets in my gun to finish him off, and literally as I realised he's about to go down, my screen just locked up. I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything for like 10 seconds. Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, because it was frozen up for so long, I was about to turn my console off and back on again, and then my screen unfroze and I was dead. Like, that should not be happening. Like, the only reason I died then was because my screen locked up, and that should not be happening. They seriously need to fix the servers. They seriously need to fix these performance issues. And there's glitches in the game that people are back to abusing again, like the one in the DZ6 extraction, when you can go to the roof. Like, there's a little bar at the back that people are glitching inside. And for me, I just think it was a really bad decision to take a vacation and take a break when your game is in such a bad state. I mean, I understand, like, we don't pay, for the right for them to slave over the game 24/7. I'm not saying that in any way. I completely understand people need a break, people need vacation, people need time off. I get that, but you've got to think of your player base. Players are getting put off by the day because of the current state of the game. And this really shows to me, I watch a lot of YouTube videos for this game, and I have noticed recently, out of all the channels that I am subscribed to for this game, over the past week, maybe 2 weeks, I have seen a huge decline in videos, like new videos for this game. It's like people just, like Butter, he's admitted already he is not playing this game as much right now because it's not fun. The current state is just too frustrating. There's far too many broken things in the game for it to be genuinely enjoyable. And these things, they seriously need addressing. And I mean, they sounded sincere when they spoke in the state of the game, and I'm glad that they came across so sincere, and I genuinely do believe that they will get these things sorted. But at the same time, for them to come back and say, yeah, we've taken time off, we know the game's broken, but there's going to be no fixes right now, that's not good in my opinion. Like, they should have at least, tried to get the server issues sorted. At the very least, get the server issues sorted so that the servers are smooth and we're not dealing with, the game locking up and these horrendous lag spikes that basically get you killed a lot of the time, especially when it comes to NPCs. But it's even more frustrating when it's in PvP, because you want to win the PvP gunfight, because it's just how it is. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys. Like, I don't like to complain, but these things do need addressing, and I really hope Massive don't let us down. Let me know your thoughts on the current state of the game, guys. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree. It's all open to discussion. This is all my opinion. It's not necessarily true, and you don't have to agree with it. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more content. And yeah, guys, once again, thank you for the support recently, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace out, guys.